Hello everyone, Princess Vader back with some more Bloons TD6 on the map Encrypted for this week of Vortex. This can be pretty annoying, but anyways, trying out Super Buffed Ray of Doom versus Bloons. A viewer was kind enough to remind me that PXL's and Ray of Doom's shield does actually pass through Vortex's shield, so we are gonna test and see if Ray of Doom can beat Vortex. Now, I did actually record this before, but unfortunately I didn't have my microphone connected, so that's kind of a bit annoying here. So it's kind of my second time doing this. Hopefully I should be able to kind of optimize and improve over what I did for the first few tiers. Bringing Benjamin along, I was thinking about bringing Geraldo, but after thinking about it kind of a bit, I feel like Benjamin would be better just for the early game income, so that way it can scale better into the late game. As currently, Benjamin does generate more money than Geraldo does, but you know, Geraldo obviously does provide better support in the late game. But you know, Ray of Doom already does so much damage that Jar Pickles wouldn't really do anything. You know, there's Genie, I guess that'd be not Genie. There is the Bottle of Fire, which I guess would be pretty decent, but I still think Benjamin is gonna be the better choice here for when eventually we do have to start, you know, worrying about income generation. As you know, this map is very short, so we definitely need as much money as possible. We need ultra boosts and all that a lot sooner than we normally would. So Benjamin here is just help out early game. It's because, you know, the amount of money you generate early game kind of dictates how much you generate in the late game. If you don't generate a whole lot of money in the early game, you don't generate too much money, you know, kind of later on in the game. So that's my thought process here. So we're going for Benjamin's purely for the early game. If I could bring two heroes, I would. I guess I could do co-op, but not really can do that for this. So we're gonna see if Ray of Doom is able to beat Vortex on this map, pick up where Elite Defender left off, because Elite Defender unfortunately was not able to. So I'll see you guys over for first tier. Alright, round 38 here. Farming's looking pretty decent, although I must say this Merchant Man spot I just realized is not the best, as doesn't I think we're fine for ceramics here. Hot shots should be pretty good. Yeah, it's alright. Although I will say I probably need a bit more. So I do need this guy for tier 1 just for general balloon cleanup, as man, the slipstream from Vortex is definitely going to be playing a huge role during this entire run. It is a bit brutal if you ask me. So for tier 1, we just need PXL, although it will be pretty close, I will say. Alright, I'm not going to sell everything just because I do want to make some money while Vortex is on the screen. I'm going to sell these guys after kill him, but it is gonna be pretty close. As you can see, PXL is able to hit Vortex through the wall here. I guess it's just because Vortex's hitbox is just so big that, you know, walls just don't even matter. Later on in the tiers, we will have to utilize carrier flagship, so that way Ray of Doom is able to hit over the wall. So it is something we are gonna have to do for the late game. But don't worry, you know, Ray of Doom is still gonna be doing majority damage. Now this is going to be a problem here, as PXL is going to get stunned, but thankfully we do have Biggest One helping out just for balloon cleanup. We don't have to worry about mobs till 50, so best part about this. And we're able to keep everything and not to sell all the farms, so that's going to be a plus here. As you can see, Vortex is making a decent way through the track, but don't worry. It's just barely has enough damage to take this out before Vortex exits. It is going to be pretty close of a kill. But as you can see, like, you know, you don't have a lot of time in order to pop Vortex. You know, what's like within what, like 10 rounds or 7 rounds, it's almost at the exit. So it is pretty brutal if you aren't prepared for it. And I think here, I can go for 2. Let's go for Monkey Town. Okay, if I sell this, I can go for, yeah, I can go for 2 BRFs. Let's sell this, and then 49 we just gotta worry about some Moab popping power, but I think for now this is fine. This guy should be able to solo 49. But let's get working on what I think we can carry us to 80, which is Never Miss. Alk buff Never Miss. It did get buffed a while ago, so it can actually solo all the way up to around 80, although that was on like an easier map. I think it was like logs it was done on. But even still, I think it is pretty decent to not use, so let's get that. And hopefully we do generate enough money, because I do need Ray Doom by tier 2. Well, I don't necessarily, it's not like required, but I do think this round will be a lot harder if we don't actually have Ray Doom. Just because greed is going to be the main problem here, is you won't really be able to generate so much money just because how fast Vortex is. Like unlike Bloons, you can't really wait for Vortex to really go through the track, because if you do, he's gonna exit by the time you saved up enough money for defense. So that's gonna be a huge problem there. And I guess anti-saw in these rounds probably isn't really the best play here, but I guess it's whatever. As you can see, Alk buff Never Miss really putting in work here. It's good in this game as well as in battles too. Good to see this guy actually be viable. This wasn't at one point like Never Miss like one of the worst upgrades in the game, along with like supply drop snipers, and elite sniper was also bad. It's kind of wild seeing how many towers that were considered bad that are now pretty good by today's standards. Another one I can think of is Ray Doom itself. Like I said before in my Super Buff Ray Doom versus Bloons video, Ray Doom was considered like one of the worst upgrades in the game, like when it first came out. It was just awful. I mean, I guess like for its price, you know, it could solo up to 120, but it's just like there were so many other options that could do the same but for cheaper. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling a bit, so I'll see you guys for tier 2, which is coming up pretty soon. So we do have a decent amount of chunk money saved up. We're just barely there for Ray Doom. Perfectly calculated. Also, is this attacking? Yes, it is. I'm gonna assume that Ray Doom not applying laser shock to Vortex is a bug, because it seems weird that it's not doing that. Also, I'm going to assume that we're good for 63, because big one has like 100, 200 pierce. I'm assuming we're good for that round. If not, I guess we'll have to keep Ray Doom around, but preferably not, as I want to get Banana Central kind of as soon as possible. I think after I sell Ray Doom, I will have enough money to afford it. It's just saving up for saving up for it's gonna be a bit of an issue. Like 9k, and we have like 2 BRFs as our farm. But hopefully we're good for this round. Yeah, we're good. Big one's pretty good. And then we should be able to get Banana Central by end of this round. So round 64, Banana Central is not bad, and I think I have to use Siphon for 64. Like that, so should be fine there. And then we're free to go for what, like BRF spam now, and I think that'll be the play here. So we do have 15 rounds to generate almost a bunch of money. For tier 3, I'm pretty sure we do have to go for a carrier flagship, is what with Ray Doom on top, and that's not I guess terrible, but hopefully that will be enough damage for tier 3, but I'm not too sure. Like I know Ray Doom has enough damage to pop Bloons, but the problem is just Bloons' speed, not Bloons, Vortex's speed. Him being as fast as he is a bit annoying sometimes. Anyways, I guess I'll see you guys for the next tier. Wow, looks like we actually ran out of space for farms already. That was pretty quick already. I guess I could sell these guys to make more space, but I don't think that's necessary, so we just have to upgrade to Central Market at this point. So it seems like we have reached the point where money doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it still does matter, but we're not gonna be struggling for cash like so I guess that's the best part about this. 6 rounds and we still have, like, you know, we still placed on a lot of Central Markets. I think I'm gonna stop farming at like 3 rounds before. Also, don't die of that, thank you. Yeah, I think 3 rounds before we should stop farming, because I don't think Central Markets pay themselves off fast enough in time. We are gonna sell all these, as I do think we need a bit of support for this tier. I'm not really too sure. Also, 75 is difficult, as fortifieds are an issue. What if I upgrade Alk buff? Alright, let me go home and we can do something else. I think I might just straight up buy biggest one, as biggest one's pretty good. And I think we have the money too, or maybe not. Or I can just siphon. That's probably the easiest thing to do, just balloon siphon. And if we're still dying, I can afford biggest one now. I'll just buy biggest one. I haven't really tried out biggest one since the kind of rework with it. Biggest one being able to stun mob class balloons, I guess it's pretty huge, but I'm kind of thinking that it might be a bit of a nerf and not really a buff, as it got like what, like 8,000 more expensive, which is a lot of money to save up for it. Like, I can understand the reason why Ninja Kiwi did so, just because, you know, biggest one and Bloon Solver, they kind of clashed as they filled the same niche, but biggest one is so much better just because big one shell shock is better than the other tiers, as well as biggest one, you know, having infinite range while Bloon Solver is limited. So I can see why they did it, but I personally would consider it a nerf just because the stun, while I guess is nice, you know, $8,000 more expensive is a lot. So that's just kind of my 2 cents with that. Also, we're getting pretty close to next tier, so let me just get up my things now so that way we can prepare for that. I guess I'll just remove all these because I think I will need these, and I think I will sell Never Miss for the next year. I think it may be biggest one, maybe. I haven't really decided what I want to do for round 80 plus rounds, but I think I need to keep biggest one around just for super ceramics. I think that'll be a huge issue. And then let's get down overclock. And then I don't think we need perma brew. I think maybe overclocked Ray of Doom, maybe with jungle drums if I can. Well, I can't place it there. I guess then we'll just go for perma brew then. We'll just go for perma brew. And then for tier 3, I want to start ultra boosting. Damage is looking alright, although my worry is getting stunned. He's getting pretty far, and I think maybe the last skull is fast enough to where we do have to worry about getting stunned. So Homeland I think probably would have been the better option to save up for, but oh well. Oh well. Unless maybe the range is tiny, we somehow don't get stunned. Would you look at that? Well, I think carrier flagship and perma brew did, so I think it was just barely out of range from the stun. So I guess that's lucky. Alright, said we weren't going to sell him, but I don't see why not. And then for defense, I think just stalling with super glue might be the play here. And then let's just sell overclock. We don't need you anymore. You don't do enough damage, but I think super glue for. Oh, there was a marketplace under here. Wow, I didn't even notice. Yeah, but like what I was saying, super glue just for stalling mob class wounds, and then hopefully super glue can stall long enough that biggest one can clean up. Alright, round 99, we got our ultra boost down. Let's get Homeland right here, and I completely forgot I was supposed to be going for an essentials, not BRFs, so that's probably gonna hurt in the long run. And I didn't even get my farmers down. Also, DETs from Vortex to Slipstream is gonna be a bit of an issue. Maybe ceramics and mobs as well. So it seems like when Homeland is active, we do start shredding. So I guess it's kind of timing Homeland and overclock ability, so that way they are simultaneous. And like you see there, DTs are really annoying. Okay, we gotta micro this. Well, I kind of forgot that I do have Ultra Boost tech botted, so I can't really simultaneously activate abilities. Also, 103 is a dense round. Wow. That is a lot of fortified ZOMGs. We leaked some ceramics. And then Ray Doom's gonna get stunned. Okay, so what do I want to do for that? I think maybe getting back biggest one might be the play here. What even is the high? I don't even docky. Okay, so let me pop these real quick, and then eat mortar. Let's get biggest one. Then hopefully there are no DT rounds. Also, biggest one's not gonna be enough. Okay, let me go home and rethink this because I do need Bloon defense. I think maybe it's like going for biggest one. We probably should invest money in Impale, Super Glue, Stalling Towers. If I can find the platform. And it's gonna be perma-root. Also, I just realized that that's gonna get stunned too. So let me slow everything down. Okay, then sell you. So he gets this. 104 is also incredibly dense. Wow. I just need to pop these rounds as soon as possible. Okay, so let's sell that for just Druid. Well, I got Thornstorm, but whatever. Okay, Superstorm stalling was probably the best thing that could happen. Now, once Ray Doom gets unstunned, is when we're gonna unload with Homelands. Alrighty, so GCTs are also really scary. They're just flying across the board. Right, Ray Doom was able to beat this tier, albeit not really the most ideal way. We beat it nonetheless. Well, it seems that not getting BRF in time. BRF before did not inhibit farming anyway, as we do have a casual $1 million on round 114. So let's get our sacrifices ready. Then hopefully now we should be. And I think I need range for it to hit. Yes, I do. So let's get village. Do you hit now? Yes, you do. I will say not a lot of buffs just because we're missing the village attack speed and whatever, but if I sell carrier flagship, I'm not gonna. It's just like perm bruise blocking the middle there and doesn't fit on the support. So I guess we'll just have to go without jungle drums, which I guess is only 50% increase in attack speed, but I guess 50% can make a lot. Now the issue is what we're gonna be doing for super brittle and cripple. Just because the walls and Radiant's blocking the one portion on top, and I can't place anything else. I could use pools, but I don't really want to do that. But I guess it doesn't really matter too much, just because it's not like +4 is really going to make it a huge difference anyway, so I guess it'll be fine. Alright, so we got L buffs. Alright, let me get blowback and stall towers in the back so that way we're not dying to AI. That'd be annoying. So let's get trap back. Well, I guess you have to wait for this one to fill up first. And then let's get Impale for more stalling. Let's get Silver Glue for more stalling. I guess Absolute Zero for even more stalling. Just gotta make sure we're not dying to AI. You know, this is hardly the max amount of buffs. This is what we're just going to go with. Alrighty, so damage is looking pretty good, if I do say so. So we just gotta pop. We just gotta bring Vortex down from the skulls just as fast as possible. Good thing we can punch through the shields, so I guess that's an advantage. But if Ray Doom gets stunned, that's definitely gonna be a huge issue. And I think we're gonna get stunned for the. We're gonna get stunned for the second skull, which is not good. That's all. Also, we are missing you, but you only get +2, don't you? So again, not really doing too much, but I guess it's something. Also, I just realized we're gonna have to sell Super Glue because we can't because it's stunned. I forgot this isn't Battles 2, so double glue doesn't apply here. I completely forgot that was a thing. That's not BT6 yet. hopefully they do figure that out and bring it back and bring that into like a future update, just because I don't feel like Solver or... Why do you still have super glue on you? Just because I don't feel like, you know, Glue Storm or Solver are really gonna be all that good if you know, it overrides Moab Glue, and I don't think we're gonna be able to beat this, unfortunately. Yeah, Vortex is basically at the exit. So I mean, Doom can. It's just that Super Glue lasts forever. My God, it's just that we need a much longer map for this. Like, we were pretty close, but it's just the map's not long enough. This is gonna be annoying on Elites. I'm not really sure if they even want to participate in this week's Elite.